I'm going to have to get Eric to help me out. You know, our producer, Eric Heineman. I can always count on him.
We got one more down and back for these guys because we want to make sure that the King's seat holder gets the opportunity. Caden Allen gets the opportunity to get a little bit of warmth on him, if you will. And, you know, even just warming up, there's a little gamesmanship that goes on. I think you look at what these guys are doing right now, and it's just I would say the other guy hasn't even finished his arm stroke with a shot before a bag is flying from his opponent. And I think these guys, when they finish this down and back, this may be the fastest game of cornhole you've ever seen.
They're rolling. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Even if it's 21-20 as your final. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, alongside Philip Barnett. Happy to bring you the action here on Stadium, whether you're watching at watchstadium.com or on the Stadium app. We invite you to check out any format in AmericanCornhole.com. We've got a great watch guide for you as to how to pick up all the action and archived matches and majors that we've had from Panama City Beach. And boy, I tell you, we were up in the Grand Casino. That was a lot of fun. And Owensboro, Kentucky, most recently. Next weekend, we will find ourselves in the Bradenton area, Florida. And we always expect top-level competition. And on center court, brother, we have been lucky to see some games.
That's one thing about it. We have, and we're underway here, as Chris Clark told them to bring it.
Bring it.
Yeah. And, one thing about it, we have been very lucky with the matches we had, because we have had some great matches over this course of this season.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. And look at the rotation on both these guys' bags. Look at that rotation. He's throwing some character 77s made by Cornhole Solutions.
It is flat.
Yep,
it has got a lot of pace behind it, and these guys tater on their way down after an 8-bagger, and not surprising. It's almost as if they said, you know what, let's do this. Let's each get 40 years older and play in the seniors now.
Right now. We're just going to see who can throw the most in the hole.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I think that's the last time we're going to see that frame, my friend. Yeah, we're going to start seeing some shootouts right here.
You're going to see Austin Cameron throwing that block, I guarantee you. Let's see. Here comes the roll.
There it was, up and over.
I used to tell him I taught him that shot, but I cannot throw it for anything.
I can barely describe it, much less throw it. There comes another one. And he cleans up one of his own bags and puts it in there, and it's a nice one there from Caden to take his bag in. And something else that you see a lot of these juniors do, and it tells you everything about their mindset. And just when I said there's not going to be another, 8-bagger, it's a 7. There's the deuce for Austin Cameron, the higher seed in the blue lane. But
I thought we had our 16 in a row.
Yeah, the unflappability watching these players just spinning that bag no matter what's going on. It's you saw Sebastian flips. Some of these guys, Isaac Hurt, some of the other players, you see Caden doing it, just kind of spinning it on their fingertip as if to say, nothing affects me. I am nonplussed.
Nice bully right there. I don't know if Austin can get that bag, but it was a good job pushing it out of the way by Caden.
You know, and you mentioned the term bully bag. I used it earlier because watching Austin push 2 of his bags and getting just an amazing cleanup. A bully bag typically really is when you've pushed the other players, enough strength to push the other player's bag out of play. But I would suggest that to bully your own bag is okay. I know typically the word bully is not associated with all thumbs up, but I would say if you bully your own bags in the hole, I think that's okay.
Yeah, he tried to bully it back.
Yes, he did.
But it didn't work. And he gave up 6 right there, too.
Yes, he did. 6-2, and that first bag is back in the hands of Caden Allen, number 31, the 31 seed out of Corbin, Kentucky. Been playing for just under 2 years, actually.
Yeah, man, 2 years.
And he's raised a lot of eyebrows here.
Yeah, he's raised a lot here. He's out of Kentucky, right? I mean, there's some cornhole players in Kentucky.
Big Cincinnati Reds fan. Talked to him a little bit earlier. We were talking about, what would be your pregame meal? Orange, chicken, and Dr. Pepper. I'm always surprised. It's a nice bag right there, up and over. The number of our junior players that are Dr. Pepper heads.
There should be some Dr. Pepper sponsorships out
there.
There.
Absolutely.
All these guys like Dr. Pepper, too, for Audie.
All right, Audie picks up a couple.
You're talking about Russell Tabor's up in Kentucky. He runs a nice organization. We were talking about those organizations earlier. He has some great players there, too. You know, Kyle Anderson. You see him up at Russell's pretty regular. The King always goes to Russell's regionals up there. So
Gary
find yourself a
Ferguson.
regional. Find out. Go see Russell Tabers if you're in Kentucky. Linda Oglesby if you're in Tennessee. Over in Arkansas, Whitney Garner.
Yep.
These people will get you in the right direction, and we will see you right here with
and,
us.
And understanding that we are on worldwide right now. If you're out West Coast, don't think you're out of the running. We've got COs all over the country.
Absolutely.
If you're out on the left coast, you can find Burnett. We call Timmy Burnett.
William Howe.
William Boom Howe.
Yeah.
They'll be more than happy to get you set up and get you in a place to play as often as you would like.
That is correct. Man, what a facility that Timmy Burnett has
Burnett's
out there,
got
man.
Yeah, that is the palace.
Yeah.
These guys just kind of stacking them up a little bit here. I really expected to see it already be 20-20 right now, but a
6-4.
little bit of gamesmanship going on. They're just going to build. He's just building a bigger stack for Austin to have to run up and over. He's going to try to go over it.
Oh, and he's not hit his air mills, but when he was warming up, he was killing them.
It was on like they were on a zip line. That's going to lay low.
Oh, and that's so low. Get around me, baby. Get around me.
That shouldn't even be possible.
No.
That should not be possible.
Oh,
there
there
it is.
it
How
is.
about that? What a great
Did
airmail.
you see the flight of his bag that went around there?
Yeah,
I thought, what in the world is it doing? And then hit, cut left, went right no.
I thought for sure he was laying up low, and it almost hopped on a bicycle and skirted around the right-hand side.
Yeah.
There's no way that should happen, and yet it does time and time again, especially with these juniors.
Man, what a great showing so far. Caden Allen. Coming out of nowhere. I had him picked nowhere.
No, he's the number 31
Yeah.
seed coming into the tournament.
And he is playing brilliantly right now.
And again, Austin coming out of the elimination bracket has to beat Caden twice to take this juniors championship, but he's coming up and over there.
Boom,
Nicely
and he
done. And he
drugged one.
pulled one in with them. There's a low hard bag right
he
there.
missed.
Just going to stack him up, and I think he's going to try it again.
Oh,
how
there
about
it is.
that? There it is. And you know what the other interesting thing we talk about with these juniors players, and we saw a little bit in the seniors, we saw Terry, he took that middle back, and that gave him his literally and figuratively his center. These guys, the way they get back on track almost seems like that I dare you shot. You don't think I can do this, or you're gonna test me? All right, like you say, Temptation Island.
Temptation
All right,
Island.
I'll show you what I can do.
That's right.
Watch this. Look at that
Look
shot.
at, that's another
Unbelievable.
get-around bag.
He's going to clean this all up
Probably
right
so.
here.
Oh.
No, he's not. I thought he would for sure. That's going to do
Caden's
it.
going to.
Now he really has no choice but to come in low and push hard.
Oh.
And he left his up hanging up around the 1 o'clock position and leaves that center hole open for a couple right there. Put a deuce up on top of that, a 9-8 advantage now for Caden Allen.
I'll tell you what, do you know how almost good that shot Austin Cameron just shot? I thought he had made it, and one of his bags just happened to flip up over the back. But the shot was just amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell you something else, too, as we get to know these players. You made mention of the fact that Caden is, as we mentioned at the top of the show, a new face and a new game coming in here with us. But you remember me saying he has only been playing just under 2 years. Well, what time frame, if you think about that, what time frame does that represent? Because we talked about when did you get started playing? He said about a year and 10 months. Well, what was it that brought you in? He said COVID. It was COVID. He needed something that he could do. Oh, how about that? Nice shot.
And that's just stealing 2 points.
Yeah, that
he
really
just
is.
stole it.
He did. He might as well have had a black hood
Yeah.
over his face right there. But COVID actually, as it's been in the way for so many things, and we noticed this, even our tournaments around the country, we were still able to pull them off with social,
Yeah.
27 feet's the ultimate social distance.
It is.
If you're looking for something, and we were wearing our masks and playing as such when the protocol required it, but it put an end to so many things. But COVID has brought more people, I think, to the sport. I really do.
Get me a thumbs up from the king over there. You see him give me a thumbs up.
Oh, I did
man.
not see that. I don't know what
It might have been to you.
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I've fallen out of favor with the king.
You think about the guy's only been playing a year and 10 months, and he got throwing bags because of COVID.
Because of COVID,
Yeah.
yes.
And he picks up 4 right there to take a 13-10 lead. And he might be on the verge of winning his first jersey.
Well,
but I'm not counting Austin Cameron out by no means.
I was just going to say, you do know who you're talking about here.
I know who I'm talking about.
Now, again, he certainly does, Austin, have to double dip and take 2 victories to pull it off. And this has been pretty much a seesaw battle. It started out as a almost looked like it could have been a runaway. And I think these guys have not only found their own groove, but they've sort of tuned into the others' groove as well. There's a mistake.
I'll tell you what I like. I like what Austin did. Caden blocked, Austin reblocked, and made Caden go up and try to go over.
Shot right there. I think that's what he was searching for last time around. And Austin says, all right. Oh, well, I'm sure he'll take that, but he's certainly left plenty of room there for Austin to come in low and hard with the push. And he cleans up a couple bags. Nicely done there.
I think he grabs 3 to tie this up.
And he's going to take the 3 with that bag off the back from Caden. So it's knotted at my favorite number, lucky 13 right there, brother.
I told you, do not count Austin Cameron out.
Now, in the background, you hear what sounds like an air raid siren. That was the aforementioned William Boom Howell. He is I call myself the loudmouth for the ACO, but he might be the loudest mouth in the ACO.
I almost went under the table when I heard that the first time.
Well, if they had told us to get out in the hall and put our head between our knees like they did in grade school, you and I would both be goners.
There you go. I'm out of here. You talk about that.
What a shot. Look at that roll. What a great
Worlds bag. In season 15 in Vegas, there was an earthquake.
That's right. There was. We did see that.
Yes.
There's a almost this is one I guess I'd love to see that in slow motion.
Yeah.
Again, because ultimately that bag should not have done to both of those bags what it did.
No.
And I don't know what it is about the way they're gripping and letting it go. He does Caden with a vertical hold in his hand. And Austin swings back flat and comes through flat. But that vertical start, we see so many great players start with a vertical and come to horizontal. There's the roll.
Tried to get around there.
Just missed it.
Big cleanup. Oop. Missed one.
Really thought he had them all there. There's a nice roll. Yeah. And he still left himself in position to take that bag at 1 o'clock. I think if he comes up and over, he can do it. Oh, he's going to go low.
He's going to grab 2 right there.
Take the 2 that are offered to him, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I thought he might try to go after that bag. It really surprised me that he didn't shoot the airmail right there. I thought he'd shoot it because there was a lot of that bag available. It was available
for him to set the hook and go. But you know what? Far be it from me to question Austin Cameron's strategy.
Not me.
16-15, Caden Allen. Again, he's the number 31 seed coming into this Knoxville ACO Major, American Cornhole Organization. Thanks for joining us this evening from the Knoxville Convention Center. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, side by side with the Mississippi Ninja, Philip Barnett.
Austin tried to bully that bag with every shot and missed it, and Caden bullied it right back in.
Take them both. And he doesn't. He's not able to pull it.
Hung up.
And now we have another lead change here.
Finn, right now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I would not be disappointed to see part 2.
Well,
I'm not pulling for anybody.
There's a very good chance. Well, you just want to see good games. And I would tell you, if you have watched any of our other broadcasts on Stadium, you have seen some of the – and I say this because we've witnessed some of the best games we've ever seen, but we've also been told by different members of the organization when they've watched them from around the country, they're amazed at the level of play that they're seeing in these games and the comebacks and the strategies that are played. And it's just so much fun to have these courtside seats on center court. That's a nice collection right there.
He makes that look so easy.
He really does.
I couldn't have done that. Easy shot.
No, I couldn't have walked up and done that with my foot.
And this bag must go in.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. Guess what we're going to get? Guess what we're going to get?
From your lips to the cornhole god's ears.
Part 2, baby.
There it is. All right, 21-16 is going to be the first victory. Will it be the first of 2 victories for Austin Cameron? Coming in as the number 6 seed. He needs to double dip the number 31 seed, Caden Allen, to take the juniors championship. These guys are ready to get going.
They're going right back in it, man. I love it.
They are ready. No warm-ups needed, and that first bag is going to go to Austin Cameron. Grips it, rips it, lets it go, and that'll be fine for him. That won't be a problem.
You see, I tell you what, it's kind of a strange throw by Caden. He turns his whole body when he throws. You don't see that very often.
No,
See how he flips his hips? That was a nice bag when he's flipping his hips.
It was. He knows what he's doing, and then that roll bag, easy to collect that one that was.
And there's that shot again.
Top. There it is.
Get around me.
Mm-hmm. There, low and hard, and the big push. And now he's left a really great opportunity for Caden right there to come up and over top. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that was a single penny posted, but that could have been a lot more.
But you know what, though? That's worth the gamble right there. He had nothing to lose right there. If he throws it in the center, that bag's going to fall. He's going to grab a point. That one goes off. If he goes in, he grabs 4. Risk reward right there.
Absolutely. We've seen great seniors action earlier. We've got the women's elimination bracket coming up here in just a little while. Megan Puckett, Amber Fretwell, 2 of the big names in the ACO.
Yes, sir.
And in the cornhole world in general, fighting to take on Maddie McBride, a name you will only be hearing for about 6 or 7 decades in the cornhole universe. That's all.
It could be more than that.
She's the number 9 seed coming in, but Megan Puckett at the number 4 seed has been blazing a trail through this bracket and working her way through the elimination bracket. So we'll see some great competition after we've crowned our juniors champion. And again, a little bit later on, after we take a quick break here on Stadium, we will have our big blind draw, the Hampton Farms big blind draw, our semifinals and finals, single elimination there, and that'll be a lot of fun to watch as well. Some pairings that you never know you're going to be in until you get here, and that's a lot of fun. I know you were planning on maybe being in the blind draw, but you got here a little late.
I got here a little late. It took me a little longer to get here, but I'm good with it. I'm here to sit with you, Finn.
Well, I appreciate that. There's not a lot of other sports that the announcers are sitting in the booth because one of the announcers just got done playing in the game they're announcing.
That's right.
And we have the luxury of having that opportunity. Right. You are able to get out there and play. We have so many of our behind-the-scenes team that are such accomplished players. It's so much fun to watch. And, you know, I know that sometimes a player might come off the court or the field and come into the booth just to be a part of, say, golf or some others. But the announcers, Jim Nance has never said, I just finished on 18, so I thought I'd come up and finish the broadcast here for the Masters. So something else that sets us apart from all other sports. And speaking of sports, the Stadium Network, whether you're watching on the app or watchstadium.com, so many cool things. These strongman competitions and the arena football, there's basketball, baseball, anything you want that's got something to do with sports, Stadium has got you covered, and we are thrilled to be the cornhole portion of the program, literally.
Yeah,
some
you
nice
can find
bags
just about anything on there. I was browsing through there last week.
Nicely done there.
Got some good college basketball on there. You know, I'm a college basketball junkie. Here's a chance for
There's
Caden.
An opportunity for Caden to pick him up, and he doesn't take advantage, and he knows it. He drops his head and has a choice word for himself as his own coach.
17 years old. So he's only got another year or so in this. And these guys probably glad, too.
Well, I think that we know.
Been buzzing through the field here.
We know that to be the case, that many will be happy to see Sebastian Barger age out of the juniors.
You know, it's funny. I walked up when I saw Austin Cameron when I first came in. I said, okay, so how you stand in the juniors? And he said, well, I'm still in, but I said, well, who's in the king seat? And he told me this guy, Caden Allen. And I said, oh, so how'd that happen? He said, he beat the crap out of me.
There was that opportunity to kind of come and roll up over top left to right, and it wouldn't release. It's a nice bag there, but I think he was expecting more from that, to be sure.
I thought he would get all those bags.
Austin up 6-1, and again, working his way toward that double dip. Having taken the first game, was that 21 to, what was 21 16. To 16? Yeah,
21
that was
16.
All right,
and now with a 6-1 lead, so.
Center.
You think they're going to get in this in Caden's head a little bit. He hadn't seen our center stage before. And nerves could play in. You know, we have a regular there in Audie.
Oh, yes, we do. He knows a thing or two about the white-hot spotlight of center court, that is for sure.
He wanted to try to block both those bags. He's got one of them pretty much locked up. Let's just try to push. He can try to push from that side. He steps way out.
You know, something else I noticed, and particularly with our juniors, and you may notice this no matter where you play, when we watch Terry and the seniors play, they grab those bags and they hold them and they just do a regular pitch. They've been playing for 20 years maybe longer, or it comes from maybe a horseshoe game or bocce ball or some other pitching game that they've been involved with. But if you notice,
wow,
that's going to be a 5 spot.
That's going to be a 5 spot for not what
Caden was looking for.
Yeah,
no,
not Caden was looking for. He had him hanging. He just missed it into the center.
But watch the way they hold the bags. And these are kids that have grown up with cornhole bags in their hands, and it's just like watching, to me, a really accomplished drummer, where the sticks just seem to be part of their body.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, these guys, these bags are just an extension of themselves. They pitch them, flip them, spin them. They're not even conscious that they're doing it. And that's from growing up. Well, that's a great shot. These cornhole bags in their hands since day one versus what you saw, like I say, what you see with the seniors. They're more consciously holding what was a bag of corn and is now a bag of synthetic pellets.
Yeah. And, the perfect example is Spencer Garner,
Nice
who won the
clean up there.
Owensboro last year, man. First time I met Spencer, I was at Sykeston, Missouri for a regional. In walks the Mitchells and Spencer, and, they hadn't been playing very long, and Spencer kept, come throw with me. And he kept throwing with me, and I put it on him pretty good. I had to play him in the man. And now I really don't even want to play him, man. That's how good they play all the time. Did you see this guy's thing? How much does he practice? He practices every
day. He told us he practices every. Nice shot. Well done.
That bag's sitting on hold for a minute. He missed another one. I don't know if he's going to try to push these.
He's coming in low and hard. And I'll tell you what.
This kid is sick.
There's an inevitability about some of these shots that's up and over.
And he gave up 6 right there. And that was not a good shot. And
no.
I tell it like it is.
I don't know if that's, you mentioned nerves, and it would be.
Yeah.
I think it would be dishonest for us to say that nerves only play a portion in the beginning of these games. I think these games, especially when you start to get either a huge lead or a huge deficit, nerves become a completely different element to your game.
Yeah, it's just like anything you do when it's tight and close and you have to make a shot. Those nerves kick in.
But the fearlessness of these juniors and the ability to make the shot when they need that shot is pretty great. Now he's left that bag.
Yeah, guess where this was going?
Completely out of play. All 3 of these bags are going in.
Yep.
There they are.
And he has to go in here.
Oh, he does.
He's kept the game going.
And there's the magic number, 19 right there. These last 2 points, sometimes the hardest to get. But when you've got an 18-point cushion, maybe you don't overthink it as much.
That's right. And we've seen some good comebacks, but I'm going to tell you what, this might be the highest mountain that Caden Allen's ever tried to climb.
Well, if he pulls this one off, there will be people carrying him around on their shoulders right next to the King Gary Ferguson to get that done. Boy, look at that little get-around bag. That's a nice bag.
And the show that Cameron has put on here in center court, there's a reason he's got a number 1 by his name up there.
Up there on center court.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Now he's forcing his hand.
Yep, he is.
Going to have to go in and clean him up, and he does. That's nicely done. Tater is exchanged on the way down to pick him up. 19-1 remains our score. Austin Cameron out of SVC, Shenandoah Valley Cornhole in the blue lane with the higher seed. Caden Allen throws out of Corbin, Kentucky, the state line bagger's been playing just under 2 years. Audie's been playing, 4 or 5 years.
I think he's been playing like 20 years. I'm not kidding.
Longer than he's been alive. He's pitching. That wasn't him kicking in his mom's belly. He was pitching.
He's pitching. Great kid, though. Great kid.
Tammy and Junior Williams kind of running point out of the SVC there. Here setting up yesterday. You might have seen them here locally on KATE TV. They did a really nice feature on the setup for the event. That ran this afternoon here at 3 o'clock. You can probably find that on their website. We'll post that for you as well. There's one off the back from Cade that he certainly wishes he could have back.
His air mails haven't been as solid as, say, Sebastian's was last game, and he's opened the door for the victory right here.
That could be it. He may want to juggle these with one hand and call it a day, but there is no quitting these players. That is for sure. Oh, he's going to roll it up and over. There it is. And is he going to be able to push them both and take it?
Yeah, but he's still going to give up 3. And that's the game.
That's going to do it. All right. Well, we have a double dip. How about that? Austin Cameron coming out of the number 6 spot in the number 6 seed. Congratulations to him. He took out Sebastian Barger, the number 1 seed, when we were working our way through the elimination final. Austin Cameron able to double dip, our second double dip of the day, Phillip, and we will look to have Austin come in here and spend a moment with us. And I'll tell you something, buddy, congratulations, nicely done pulling off the double dip. And I mean, you really kind of, it was a little bit of revenge working your way here through Sebastian, the number 1 seed. And when I saw the smile on your face when I walked in here, I thought his head's in a good space, it's in a good place. But that was a heck of a double dip against a guy who had some really good shot making.
Oh yeah, he put me in a loser's bracket.
He's the one that put you in there, so he's the one that whooped you to get you down into the.
Yeah, he whooped me.
Sorry, we don't use the word loser around here. Oh, somebody's bringing you a little something to wipe it off with. Oh, goodness. Well, you got to love the peanut gallery at this place because everybody's involved. And you had your fan club over there, SVC, obviously representing. But was there a shot that you knew, whether it was against Sebastian or maybe it was against Caden, that you knew you had it?
If I blocked Caden, I was pretty sure I had the game.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were, because he would pull a block and then you were somehow able to get what, Phillip refers to as that get-around shot. I know you had that flop shot that you like. You had one that rolled almost the entire length of the board. It seemed like from here it had to use ways to get there.
Yeah.
But you had a couple of retaliatory blocks that seemed to throw him off his game.
Yeah. I had to do that.
All right, well, I'll tell you something, man. You are a man of few words, but some many, many great bags. And Austin Cameron, a guy that we have had here in the winner's circle here in the announcer's booth a number of times. And there's a reason that his name is on that banner, the number 1 banner here on center court. Player of the season last year with Caleb Hurt, nicely done. And we'll look forward to adding a purple jersey to your collection. And who knows where we will see you, maybe in doubles and singles tomorrow.
Maybe. Let's hope so.
Very good. All right, Austin Cameron, SVC Cornhole. I'll tell you something. This guy is got the goods. Let's throw. ACO.